Hi guys, I am Namrata. It's a new day and you're watching a new video from me. Today I am going to talk about a topic. Sorry. Today I am going to talk about a topic which is very close to my heart. That is spirituality. And like last video, मैंने बोला था कि it is such a big topic that it's going to take a whole different separate video. So I have done exactly as promised. I am here with a separate video on this topic, and I thought. In this video, I will share my story about how I got into it, and also take up some of the FAQs and some of the myths that people have around this topic. So firstly, to talk about my story about how I got into it. I started doing, or I got into this practice when I was in my second year of college, I think. And I was prepping for my exams and all, and my mom she had also done these classes, and she was like, "Ye karke dekho, it's something really good, and you're going to really like it." And I was like, "Mom, are you crazy? I don't have time. My exams chal raha hai. I don't have time to do all of these classes and all. ये तो ऐसे भी बड़े होने के बाद किया जाता है. I will do it later." He's like, "No, it's going to help you concentrate, and it's going to help you to remember things better in your exam." And she had dropped the bait, and I took it. And I actually have her to thank for this, because if that day she had not forced me, then I would not be where I am right now. So yeah, she made me do it. She made me get into it, and she got me started. But once she did, there was no looking back. I did all of the remaining courses, and since then my life has been so much different and so much better. And I don't know what I would do if this thing was not there with me. So many thanks to my mom for that. Now I will get into some of the questions मैंने लिख के रखा है. So the first thing that people usually get confused with is what is spirituality. So मैं यहाँ पे दो type के definitions बताऊंगी. One which I have read on Google, which says it is the study of the soul or the spirit as opposed to the study of the material world. ठीक है, that is one way of looking at it, which is very very generic, I feel. The other way I will tell you through an analogy, which is suppose if you're going to play a game, right? Say Ludo or any board game, any video game. What is the first thing that you ask? What are the rules? And spirituality is exactly like that. It is like the rule book to your life. It is like a playbook for how to do life and to answer all your questions. The next thing that a lot of people ask is, what does it do? करता क्या है, होता क्या है spirituality से? So I'll tell you. We all have a compass inside of us, which is constantly guiding us. And spirituality helps you to increase the power of that compass. Like for example, हम लोग कोई भी question होता है तो we just ask Google, right? Spirituality is like having your own personal Google inside of you. कोई भी question हो, you can ask and you will get the right answer. Just perfect, like an answer which will fit like a charm. That is spirituality. And whether you believe in God or not, whether you think God exists or not, whether you're an atheist or a believer, I am sure that all of you know and believe that there is a life force which is making the world go round, which is changing the seasons, which is making the grass grow, the wind blow, the sun rise, and the moon come out. There is something, right? Because scientists have still not been able to create a human being or a rose out of the same ingredients which the universe has used. water, air, soil and sun use करके आज तक भी scientists have not been able to create a rose which the universe has created and which it does so effortlessly. So I am sure we know that there is some power or some secret sauce which the universe has which we do not have and which is making everything go round. And spirituality is exactly the art and the science of understanding that secret sauce and rigging the universe in our favor. Like how to understand those tricks and use it for our benefit. The next question that people usually have is, when can you start spirituality? So most of us believe that spirituality is something which you should do only रिटायर होने के बाद ही मैं करूँगा या फिर अभी थोड़ी करूँगा, अभी थोड़ी टाइम है, ये सब में अभी नहीं घुस सकते. But that is the biggest myth. Like we wait for a crisis to happen before we get into spirituality. Like हम लोग midlife crisis होता है and then we become serious and then we are like, oh my god, I have done life so wrong all these years, ऐसे जीना चाहिए, and then we become more we become smarter and understand कि ऐसे करना चाहिए. Spirituality helps you to understand that all those things एकदम शुरू से. So there is no age to start spirituality. You can begin whenever you want. Even today you can start. Right after watching this video, if you are convinced and if there is something inside you which is nagging at you कि हाँ ये लड़की शायद कुछ तो सही बोल रही है, then maybe today is the day you start spirituality. And I'm saying don't wait for a crisis. Don't wait for a midlife crisis or crisis to start spirituality. Why not study it beforehand? Why not understand it beforehand and play the game like a king and win each time? So another question that people के मन में बहुत सारे doubts होते हैं इस चीज़ के लिए भी कि if I do spirituality then I have to leave all my worldly possessions. I have to become like a sant and sadhu and go to the mountains and I cannot have desires of luxury items या मेरे को अच्छा खाना बंद करना पड़ेगा और I'll have to stop using the luxury items or brands. मेरे को वो सब शौक नहीं होना चाहिए. It's completely wrong. It's a total myth. There are many ways to understand this knowledge and going to the mountains is just one of them. बहुत बार the sants and the sadhus, many times people go to the mountains as a way of escape. And ज़रूरी नहीं है कि if they are gone to the mountains then they are practicing spirituality. That is just one of the ways to do it. There are thousands of different ways and actually spirituality का true test whether you are doing it right or not happens when you are in the middle of life, living with your family, facing everyday challenges at work, at home. That is when the true test happens. And so many gurus I've seen and ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है कि आप अगर spirituality कर रहे हो तो आप एकदम आपको life एकदम seriously जीना पड़ेगा. You cannot have fun, you cannot laugh. ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है. Because all of the teachers that I've seen so many teachers, I've spoken to some of them and they all have something in common which is a very amazing sense of humor. Like वो लोग इतने funny होते हैं, they're so light-hearted, they make so many jokes and they're so chill and they उनको देख के you feel that they're actually enjoying life. They are the ones that are actually enjoying life. And spirituality helps you to get that knowledge for yourself as well. They never promote that you need to leave your family or your daily life or the things that you love to get this knowledge. ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं होता. It actually brings you closer to those things. It helps you to understand you. It brings out the real person. Practicing spirituality is actually bringing you closer to who you are. And if that means that you are a traveler, then it will make you a traveler. It will take you to places. If that means that if spirituality and if suppose if you are a very creative person, then it will take you closer to your creativity. It will not take you away. If you are meant to be a successful businessman, spirituality will take you to being that businessman. It will make you more successful. Spirituality is actually a way of taking you closer to your life purpose. And as I said, it helps you to strengthen your compass So you will feel more aligned and more fulfilled each and every single day of your life. It will increase your happiness. मतलब, like we see a lot of successful people around us and we think यार क्या luck है इसका, कितना lucky है, इसके सब कुछ सही सही हो गया. It's actually not luck. It's actually the fact that they are aligned with their source. They are in complete alignment. And if you are in alignment, then all of those lucky things will happen to you as well. You are not an exception and they are not someone special that they are living that life. You can also live that life by following and practicing. Getting that knowledge of the universe. Like once you get it, even you can be, the moment you are in alignment, you become lucky and things just start to line up for you. And usko hum log luck bulate hain. Like you will understand so many things. Your complete perspective of life will change. Like you will get a scientific understanding. It's actually, spirituality is actually a science. So you get a scientific and proper perspective of everything. Like आपको समझ में आएगा कोई चीज़ क्यों हो रहा है, क्यों नहीं हो रहा है. And it helps to make you more independent. Rather than being dependent on myths and superstitions, it will help you break all of those myths and superstitions. And it will make you more free. बिल्ली रास्ता काट गई तो क्या होगा? And the things that we just randomly follow without understanding, it will help you to break all of those myths and superstitions. It's actually a science which follows cause and effect. And if you understand, you can understand how things work and make them work for you. So the next question that people usually ask is, does it remove all obstacles or does it make my life completely easy? Both of them are extreme cases and they will never happen. Like your life will never be uneventful. And your life will also never be filled up with challenges. दोनों ही cases नहीं होते. When you get into spirituality, challenges still आएंगे. You will still face problems and you will still face issues. But one thing is for sure, that the way you face those problems will become much more mature. And the way you handle things will become much more mature. Like everything will be going wrong and still you will feel calm inside and you will feel confident that you're going to handle it properly. That is what spirituality does. And easy times, happy times को maximize करने में help करेगा. And even when there is stress, it will still help you to live an easy life. And it will help you to make you feel that life is still good and happy. Okay, so how to learn spirituality is the next question that people ask. And one way is to learn from experience. Because whether you believe it or not, we are all spiritual. So we may not be religious, but we are all spiritual, believe it or not, by default. And every successful person that you see around you is into some spiritual practice. Without any doubt, without an exception. And उनको देख के या उनकी बातों से उनको देख के आपको नहीं लगेगा that they are into spirituality, but if they are successful and happy and living a full life, then they are spiritual. Even when they don't realize that they are spiritual, they are spiritual. Okay, so the next question was how to get that knowledge. One way is to learn from experience. Like just say you face challenges or you face issues or you live life, you get to learn, you become more and more spiritual. That is one way, but that will take a lot of time, and sometimes you may encounter some huge challenge and you're not able to handle it. So one way is to learn from experience, but that is and by living life, but that takes a lot of time. The next way is to study, read, and understand spiritual concepts and try to find out all the answers on your own. That is another way as well, but that also takes time. The third and the best way, which I feel, is to learn from a guru. And get the knowledge and understanding from a guru who has experienced it all, who has read it all. So get to learn from a guru and read their books and their courses, do their classes, watch their videos and everything. And that is one of the best ways to learn spiritual knowledge. And Another thing that I would say is that when you are following one guru and understanding their knowledge, it is always good to learn from others as well. Like, do not restrict yourself to learning only from one person, because every teacher has a different way and a method of teaching. And just like there are thousand ways to get to the same answer, get to the same path. In spirituality as well, there are 1,000 different ways to learn the knowledge about the same thing. Like, the interpretations may be different, the way of teaching, the way of understanding the concepts may be different, but the objective and the truth is always the same. So you can take up any of the way which you find best, which suits you the most, and which you find the most fun and easy to understand, and with which you can relate the most. So understanding from the right guru, and so learning from a guru with whose language you are able to understand most is the best. And in this, there is one very important thing is to learn from the right guru. So I'll tell you कि जो right guru होता है, they will always encourage you to ask questions and to verify things for yourself. Never believe them blindly. If the guru is correct, if the guru is the right person for you, then they will always empower you. They will never ask you to believe things blindly. They will always make you feel more empowered and feel happier inside, and also they will help you to find the answers on your own. Like, they will help you to understand the tools. They will not give you the answers, but they will always help you to understand the tools to finding the answer. And another thing is that your guru should never be taking you away from your life. If there is something which you love to do and the guru is asking you to stop doing that, then they are not the right person for you. They should also know, when you get into spirituality, your life should become happier, your relations should become harmonious, your career should become successful, in general, the level of your life should increase towards betterment. And if that is not happening, if your life is declining, then there is something wrong. Then you should try to ask questions and try to get an understanding from a different guru as well. They will never force you to do anything that you do not like to do. So to do one thing, there are 1,000 different ways, right? Same as with spirituality. Spirituality ka answers hundreds of ways, hundreds of interpretations mein exist karta hai, and hundreds of teachers are there to teach you this knowledge. And it depends on you, on what aligns with you the best and or what feels easy to you. So in the description box below, I am going to share the links of the teachers from whom I have learned and the sources through which I have learned. And you can take those, you can find your own, you can do whatever you like, because spirituality actually gives you so much freedom and it makes your life so much better. So much better. If you're watching this right now, and if you have seen it till the end, then consider this as a sign, because I am pretty sure that there is something inside you which is telling you to explore yourself and to get into this. And if you're scared कि ये क्या इससे अगर मैंने इसको start कर दिया, what Pandora's box is it going to happen? Is it going to open? Then I encourage you to take that plunge, have some faith and just get into it. Just give it a try. Because if you've seen it till here, if you've seen the video till here, then you are meant to get into this, and maybe there are some questions that you need answered, and maybe spirituality will help you to find those answers. I have faith that it will. I want you to have the same faith. Okay guys, so I am going to summarize it. I know it was a long video and I got really excited, but I'm going to summarize over here. So firstly, I talked about what is spirituality, what it does, and how it makes your life easy. Then I spoke about how it is different from God and religion, and whether you need to, there are some of the myths about whether you need to stop living your life when you get into spirituality, and does it make your life more difficult? Does it make it easy? Then I talked about how to learn the knowledge, where to learn the knowledge, from whom to learn, and how to understand whether the teacher is good for you or not. And if I have missed out on any points, or if there are any questions that you have for me, Please put them down in the comment section below. And if you think this can help someone, please share it with them. If you liked this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you would like to see more videos from me, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And as usual, I'm going to end with a quote. And today's quote is going to be from Robert Frost. And he says, "The only way out is through." And I hope you find your way out through yourself, from yourself, and make your life better and easier and happier. Here's to your transformation and success. And I will see you in the very next video very soon. Until then, bye.